Hello guys and welcome back. Finally, today we're going to create our environment. So let's start the video. First of all, just click the floor in here and delete it. Alright. And after that, you see those two doorways that we created earlier. Keep them. We will use them later, alright? Just grab that one and delete it, and also remember to grab the cone that we created in there, just delete it as well, and just click both of them and then move them aside. And oh my god, what did I do? All right, so you see that in here right now, this one is not like a doorway, and that one it's not like a doorway as well, because it has been cut it through here. What did just happen? Just Control Z to get back, and you remember that we created a subtractive box in here to create the doorway, so we did not select that one as well. All right, just make sure in here, wait, let me grab that one. All right, you see that we've got box brush 3, box brush 2, and box brush 1 in here. All right, this is the box brush 1, this is 2, and this one is the third one. All right, so what we want to do is make the box brush 2 and then box brush 3, make them a group so that we can move them together. All right, so click both of them, click box brush 2 and then control click the box brush 3, and then right click and then come down here and select group. All right, so right now these two are grouped together, so whenever we move them this time, it will not make a weird thing. So select both of them and then just grab them aside, and right now both of them are fine. All right, so let's start creating our environment. What should we do now? Let's go to the basics in here in the mods panel. Go to the basics and bring a cube into our environment, and then just make it to be centered. Make sure that it's centered, make it 0 0 0. And right now these things are annoying me. All right, make sure to delete those if you haven't. Right, these things. All right, just select all of them and delete them, and also select those coins maybe and move them aside. All right, so make sure our cube is selected, and then select the scale value, make the X value to be 35 and the Y value make it something like 10 maybe, and the Z value make it 0.25, and yeah, that should work. So what I'm planning to create is something like one of those doorways will be in here like this. All right, and maybe just a little bit further, yeah, maybe something like this. We will start our game in here, and then we will come down to here, and on both sides will be plants and trees maybe, or some grasses, and we can go through that door, and then on the right side we will go to our castle. All right, so let's start making it. Grab another cube in here and make it as X value on the scale, make it 16, and on the Y value make it 0.25, and on the Z value 1 is just fine. All right, so make that one to be to this side, and yeah, I think that's good. So grab the doorway into here, and maybe 35 was a little bit big, make it something like 30. Yeah, and also make sure that to move these two into here. Yeah, I think that will work. All right, and what we want is to duplicate this, so Alt select that one, all right, and then Alt and move it to this side. All right, yeah, having this will be just fine. All right, and after that, in the mods panel, go to geometry and then grab a box into our environment and maybe put the box into this side. All right, let me make the snapping grid to be 10 and move it something like this, and then go to the geometry editing tools, and then what we want to do is select the up face and shrink it down to be something like that. Yeah, that should work. And select the back side, right, move it until here and select the other side and move it until there as well, and let's see if that works. Yeah, but we did not move this into the right place. Let me move it to here and then select that. Make sure to be in the place panel to move the whole object, and yeah, I think that would work. All right, and right now you can see that our box is in the ground. So what we want to do is grab it up and then on our keyboard hit the end key. All right, hit the end key and it will stick to the ground like this. All right, and right now I think it is a little bit bigger, I think. So just go to the geometry editing panel, on the geometry editing tool, sorry, and then select the up face and make it a little bit smaller. Maybe something like this should work. No, maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, something like that would work. And what we need to do is go to the geometry, grab another box and put it in here, and then go to the geometry editing tool again and grab it, make it a little bit smaller and make sure that we make a room for it. Select that side and then select the left side, and yeah, that would work. Grab it, make it a little bit bigger. Let me select that face and then grab it till the end, and yeah, that would work. All right, just go to the place mode and come to here, make sure it is subtractive, not additive, and then just grab it down so that it will carve out the edges in here. Yeah, right now I think that looks very good. Even if I grab it a little bit more, no, maybe, yeah, maybe this is fine. All right, okay, so what else do we need to do is make sure that this box 5 and the box 4, these two are made to the same group. So select both of them, the box brush 4 and 5, and what we want to do is right click and then group them together. All right, when you group them together, just select one of them and then hit Alt on your keyboard and grab it to the right side so that we can create another one in the right side as well. All right, so we created both of them, but what we need to do, actually I'm planning to have a button in here so that we can open the door. So right now we will need to make this one a little bit smaller. Right, so select the box brush 6 and 7, this group, select them and make sure to ungroup them together. All right, just ungroup them to edit them. All right, and then what we need to do is go to the geometry editing tool and make sure we grab that face and make it something smaller like this. And right now you can see that it's gonna carve out that edge too, because what we did is, we grabbed that box and we did not grab the box 7. Right, make sure to grab the box brush 7 and select that face as well, the subtractive one. And yeah, I think that is just fine. All right, go to the place mode and select both of these, the 6 and 7, and make sure to group them. All right, so that we do not miss them later. All right, and right now I'm gonna give them a material. So what we need to do is just go to the contents folder in your project, and then select that filters in here and select the material. So what that does is, it goes through all of the folders in here and brings up all of the materials that are in these folders. All right, it's gonna select all of the materials and shows up in here. So which one do you want to use? Maybe something like this, MA ground. All right, grab it and use it as the center in here, and also grab it and use it as the center in here. And what do we want to do? Let me close that one, go to the rollable folder, go to the assets. We created an M white one. Make sure to make the M white to be the sides of that one. All right, you can always create another material for it, but I'm just gonna use this. All right, M white, and use it for all of these sides and this side as well. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is go to the foliage tool. All right, and we want to add some foliages into our ground. So just so what we want to do is go to the PN Mediterranean plant, and then go to the meshes in here, and just select some of them. Select that one, and select maybe that one, and that one, and then grab them into here. And what we want to do is make sure that these are all selected so that it will create them. And right now our brush size is a little bit big, so I'm gonna make it smaller and also make the density smaller as well. Make sure that this is not that big. All right, oh, not like that, maybe 50, no, maybe 100. Yeah, 100 will work. And make sure that the density is maybe 20. Oh, sorry, 0.20, not 20. And then create them. And also right now you can see that some of them are like this one, it has been created in here. Make sure that these things won't happen. We'll make sure that this won't happen. All right, just right now make it, and yeah, something like that. So for the ones that have been created in a bad place, just click and hold shift on your keyboard, and then make sure that you delete the ones that are not in a good place, right? And after that, what we want to do, so right now we've got let me get out of this. All right, right now we've got these two doorways. All right, so which one should we use? Actually, both of them look good, but I think that this one will look better, so we are going to use that one. But I'll need this one to show you something. All right, what we need to do is, let's go to the contents folder and then select the material in here again. All right, or we can always go to filters and click that material to hide it, or select that one. And what we want to do is which material should we put to our doorway? Maybe something like that one, right? So grab it and then put it. No, that one looks very bad. This one, nah, that one. Yeah, I think this one is better. All right, just grab it to there and grab that one to here as well, and you'll notice that right now we will have to, put that break material to all of the faces in here. All right, because we've got, lots of faces. And if you look at them, let me grab those both of them and grab them to another side so that we can see them better. All right, if you see that this one has been perfectly created, the material looks just fine, but for that one you can see that this one goes from left to right, this one goes upside down, and that one is upside down. This is left to right, left to right. You see that the material does not looks any good in here, right? So because these two are not matching and these two are not matching. So for an example like this, what we want to do is select all of the faces, all right, that are sorry, let me select all of the faces that are in this doorway that have to face the same direction. And then in here in the geometry alignment, make sure to select the align surface planar. All right, so if we select that right now, you can see that its materials are facing all at the same direction. But you know what, we're going to use that one. All right, because this one has 6 faces, 1 2 3 4 5 faces just in the front. All right, it has 5. I thought that it was 6. So this one has 5 faces just in the front. All right, and also in the back it has 5, in the left, right, and I don't know. So that's why it's gonna create, for example, 5 materials just for the front. So we don't want that. It's gonna be an overkill and it will not look good for our game. All right, so what we want to do is just delete that one. I just created this to show you that we can, whenever we created something like this, we can align the materials in here. All right, just select that one and everything will be fine. All right, so delete that one. All right, and then grab this one and take it to here. Make sure it is in a good place. Maybe in here it would look fine. Just a little bit to that side, and yeah, everything looks just fine. And also what we want to create is to create a box in here. So go to geometry and bring a box into here. Oh, right now because I selected that material, it's gonna create it with this material. All right, that's all right, we will change it later. All right, just grab it down and maybe take it to this side and that side, and be free to create your own environment. I'm gonna create mine like this. Just be free however you want. I'm just gonna show you the things that I'm doing so that you can see how to create your own environment. All right, so just do them by yourself. All right, however you like them. Okay, so grab that one to here and go to the geometry editing tool and grab that face, make it a little bit bigger, that face as well, and that face as well. We did it. And then go to the roll ball and assets. Let me create a new material. What material should we give this? Maybe yellow, right? Just type M and then yellow and open it, and then hit 3 on your keyboard and make a texture grab it to the base color and then open it and give it a yellowish color like this. Not like that. Maybe something like that. I think, yeah, that one will be good. Just apply it and then save and get out of there. And what we want to do is to go to the place mode and then grab our yellow material onto here. All right, and for the sides, what I would like to give it is the M1 M8 ground. All right, just give it to the sides as well. That should look just fine. All right, and also, where is our player start? We want to start in here. All right, and yeah, we are starting in here, but we are facing the wrong direction. We want to face that direction. So what we want to do, you see that little arrow, the yellow arrow, it should face that direction. All right, just grab that one and make sure to rotate it 180 degrees, right? And yeah, right now it should work just fine. Yeah, it looks fine. And grab it a little bit to this side. And also what we want to do is to create something so that, you know, we can go down into there. All right, and also I'm gonna create a box in here. So yeah, let's do that now. right, so I created my environment like this, all right, and I'm gonna continue to create my environment and make sure that give this a material. All right, I'm gonna create my environments like that, and also, create a castle in this size, and we will, in the upcoming videos, we will create platformers that we can, move up on them and go to our castle. And also maybe I'll create another place in this side. All right, just make sure that use the tools that I told you, and take maybe something like an hour or 2 hours to create your environment. Just create a nice looking environment based on your your imaginations and your likes. And also make sure that you go to the Infinity Blade grasslands and go to filters. And which filter do you want to use? Is the static mesh. All right, bring up the static mesh, and by using these static meshes, create your own castle in the other side of this this environment. All right, just use these tools. All right, you can create lots of things with it. You can create grab you can create stairs, you can create walls, you can you know create a box, and you can use everything in here. All right, use everything in here and then create a world for yourself. All right, I'm sure that you'll be able to create a nice looking environment using these tools in here. Just make sure that you use them however you want. All right, create a nice looking environment by using these static meshes in here. All right, and then go to the next video. All right, just make sure that spend an hour on or two to create your own environment. I'm sure that you'll create something really nice. So I'm gonna delete all of this right now because I do not need them. All right, so guys, I created this part of my environment, and then I'm gonna continue to create my own environment. Just make sure that you create your own and come to the next video. So create the environment with these things, and make sure that you make a screenshot of your environment and send it to your friends, so to let them know that you're creating something great. All right, and also if you can, publish it with us. All right, I hope you guys learned something new today, and as always, see you in the next video. Bye bye.